Hey there, everybody. Kendall here. Missed conscious coffee yesterday. I got a little bit busy with clients and such. But today, I wanted to pop on really quick, and I wanted to discuss normalcy. Has definitely been the topic of the last few days. People asking me, is this normal? Is this normal? Is this normal? And then the other topic of the day, of the last few days, has been, why is this so hard? Why am I feeling this pain? Why am I feeling this sadness? Why am I feeling this anger? And people talking about all the anger that's rising up in them and the pain that's rising up in them and this feeling of uncertainty. You know, earlier today I've been doing a juice cleanse all week, and so I'm doing this 7-day juice cleanse. And it was my idea. The juice cleanse was my idea. I got Addison Bell to do it with me. So her and I are doing a 7-day juice cleanse, so we're juicing in the morning, go out. My daughter works for a juice place. So we go to her place for work. I get a 24-ounce juice, freshly pressed. I've got it all scripted out and everything. And then at lunchtime, we're doing salads. And if you're going to have protein, then that's the time to have it, right? And then for dinner, we're doing either another juice or some fruit. And snackins is, guess what? Like watermelon or some grapes or something like that. And then just lots and lots of water. And then we're yogaing every day, and we're walking every day, and we're doing all this stuff. And it is absolutely amazing. I know the power of doing a cleanse. I know how awesome the body feels after doing a cleanse. I know how strong your immune system can get from purging all the toxins and everything. But here's the thing. It's a bitch to do a juice cleanse. It's a bitch to yoga every day. It's a bitch to take, a 4-mile walk every single day. It is definitely a bitch to do these things. But the goal is self-care. The concept is I love myself enough to put myself in this uncomfortable position when I have lots of food in my house. I'm still cooking dinner for the rest of my household, right? And everybody's cooking this awesome smelling food around me and everything, and I could eat any of it at any time. Like last night, my family, they ordered out Uber Eats to the door to the rescue because mom's not cooking. She's just eating grapes. And I was just like, you guys are on your own for tonight. So they Uber Eats some food in, and they were like, oh, do you want some of this? Do you want some of that? I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. But what was it? I was making that commitment to self, and it's an uncomfortable commitment to make. It's a really uncomfortable commitment to make when I'm purging toxins in my body and I get a headache, or I start, like today, I was in one position in yoga and I started to see stars, or just doing yoga every single day, and some days you do yoga every single day, and there's days when your legs are basically going, F you for doing this. Today, my hip flexors were saying that to me. They were like, no, can do. We are not doing tree. You're thinking too crazy right now. Like, that's not happening. And my shoulders was going, we're not doing eagle. Like, that's just not happening. It's not happening today. And I had to learn compassion for myself, right? I had to go, okay, yeah, this is uncomfortable. I'm going to find a pose that feels better. With a juice cleanse, yeah, it is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to smell food when I'm hungry and go, no, I'm just going to have a juice. No, I'm going to eat this salad instead. No, I'm going to just allow my body detoxification. I'm going to allow my body to feel the highs and the lows that detox causes. Because I know what the reward is. I know the health that I want. I know the stamina that I want. I know that I want to purge all of that junk out of my system. Okay? And quarantine's definitely I've been no better than anybody else probably out there with quarantine stuff. I've definitely allowed for more things that I don't normally consume into my diet over the last 4 to 6 weeks. So it's a great time to go ahead and just clear it out. But here's the thing. Today in yoga, our yoga instructor, he made a statement, and I went, ooh, that's a good one, and so accurate. And he said, you've got to allow yourself to be uncomfortable to create your normal, to create your new norm. And I was like, isn't that so true? Look at this. It applies in finding a little bit more depth in a pose in yoga. It applies if you're a weightlifter and you increase your weights just a little bit. It's uncomfortable to increase the weights a little bit. If you're a runner, to run a little additional mileage, to get out there and actually to run every single day, to do that. If you are detoxing, to show up and push through the uncomfortable feelings and cravings and stay committed to self, to love self enough to commit to self, to know that your goals are worthy enough that you can say no to the things that are going to self-sabotage, even though they feel so good. They feel so good. They're so comforting. They're so inviting. They're so pleasurable. They're so, yeah, ooh, yeah, that burger looks really good. Oh yeah, taking a day off after this commitment, that sounds good. But you know what? You don't create your new norm. And you're not going to have the life that you want, or the body that you want, or the health that you want, or the relationship that you want. If you're a small business owner out there, if you're an entrepreneur, you're not going to create the business that you want by doing what's comfortable. That normalcy that you have right now, that's not going to give you a different picture than what you already have. What you have is created by what you've been doing. And if you want to change it, well, then you've got to change certain things. You've got to make little adjustments, or maybe some really big ones, to get you going in the right direction, to build the path that you want, to create the life that you want, no matter what it is. When we want to have a lifestyle, to have love in our life, to have wellness in our life, to have abundance, money, cash flow. Yeah, like who couldn't use more cash flow, right? We all definitely want love and more cash flow. We want more happiness. We want more joy. We want more time. We want more vitality, right? These are the things that we want. And I was talking a little bit about that in my musing today when I was talking about, like I got this travel bug up my butt right now, and I just so want to travel, and I want the freedom. Right? I want the freedom, but it comes down to what the feeling that I'm having, like freedom's given to me. Love, I experience love here before I experience love out here. I experience freedom here before I experience the manifestation of freedom out here. That's how it goes. But when we are trying to get to this feeling, we have to make these changes inside of ourselves. Sometimes it's a change of thought. Sometimes it's the focus of, oh, I'm feeling like crap right now because I'm thinking crap thoughts, and I'm constraining myself. I'm forcing myself into this old program because that's so comfortable. That's so comfortable to think that. That's so comfortable to act that way. Oh no, I didn't catch that bad thought. I didn't catch that action. I didn't catch that feeling because I'm not being present right here. It's uncomfortable to be present right here. It's uncomfortable to dig deep and to know ourselves right here. I just got off the phone with a new client of mine, first call with them. And he's an amazing, amazing person. I've met him once before. Fantastic energy, high consciousness soul, dynamic, successful, awesome man. And what was he dealing with? The discomfort of change. The questioning of, is this normal? How do I obtain this that I want when I've only experienced this for the last however many years in my life? And that's the thing that we all go through right there. We're so used to what we've been giving ourselves, and what that giving to ourselves has manifested to the world giving to us, to our relationships giving to us, to our bosses and our lovers, right? Down to what our bodies manifest, right? The health that we get. We're used to it. So we create around that because there's comfort in it. To the point that we are so comfortable in our suffering. We are so comfortable in ourselves not having the life that we want, even though we claim that we want it. Even though we go, oh, I wish. Oh, it's not fair that that person has that. Or, damn, I wish, I'm jealous over that. I really wish that I could have that. I'm envious over that. Yeah. You're not really wanting it that much because you're not willing to deal with this thing called comfort and discomfort. It's uncomfortable to push ourselves to grow. And what happens right there? We have to expand. Do you think that's very comfortable when a seed cracks and a sprout comes out of it and then it has to push through some soil? Do you think it's very comfortable with the first time a little sprout hits some boiling hot sunshine? Probably not. I mean, it's pretty sensitive. It hasn't touched anything. That heat from the cool soil that it's been in, and as it hits the heat, or the cracking of the actual seed. What about a mother that is giving birth to a child? That baby moving through the birth canal. Do you know what happens to a baby when it moves through the birth canal? I may have a little bit of experience here. I mean, with 7 kids and all, I might have just a little bit of experience on what happens to babies when they move through a birth canal. They get squished. It gets really uncomfortable for both parties. It's really uncomfortable. But in order for them to live, in order for them to have the life that they have come here for, they have to feel that compression, that uncomfortable feeling of moving through something that feels so tight, so rigid, so not allowing. And they have to allow themselves to move with it. They have to allow themselves to actually go that way. Can you imagine if babies just all of a sudden decide to stick their hands out and go, no, I'm not going. Now, sometimes babies do that, but the majority don't. The majority do not do that. But we, as human beings, as adults, we do that all the time. We go, I want this, and then we prevent it from happening. We go, no. And we prevent it from happening because it's too uncomfortable for us to witness our thoughts and our feelings, for us to get really truthful with our lives, with the things that we're doing. We mask, we turn away from, we ignore, we point fingers, we make up reasons, we make up excuses. We do all of this, all trying to keep our comfort level there. Comfort's not going to get you the life that you want. Comfort is never, ever going to create a new norm. If you want a new life, to create that new normalcy in something else, then you must. There is no question, there's no getting around it. There's no reasons, excuses, or enough money on the planet to pay off God, universe, Mother Nature, anything else to make this different. Okay? In order for you to have a new life, you must make what is normal now uncomfortable. And what is uncomfortable now, comfortable. Okay? So the things that are so familiar right this very second, that life that you were living right this very second, there's a lot of familiarity in it, right? It's very, very comfortable. It's very familiar. But what is familiar must become unfamiliar. That's the only way. You have to push what you love right now away and call in what you want and love it. Because if you think, and then, and this is one of those tough places. I actually wrote an article, I think it was last week, on fear of success, and that I was scared to journal some things because I was scared of the results. I'm so confident in my journaling, my manifestation journaling, that I know that I will get what I ask for right down to the detail, because I've looked at it. I've seen, some of the stuff that I've manifested. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is exactly what I wanted. And it didn't take that long to show up. Holy crap. Right? I'm like, whoa, great manifesting girl. But it's terrifying because I look at my life right now and I'm like, I love my life right now. I love all these components. It's so comfortable. It's so joyous. It's so connected. It's so in love. I'm so grateful for this. I don't want to sacrifice what I have right now. And here's where we get caught. I don't want to sacrifice what I have right now for maybe getting that. Or can I handle that? If I really think that's going to happen, can I really handle it? Is that really what I want? Before I go and actually call it in, I better make damn fucking sure that that's what I want. I really need to feel into that because what I have is awesome. Or maybe you're just so comfortable in your suffering that you're like, I don't know what to do without the drama. I don't know what to do without the saga. I know lots of people like that. I have a few clients like that. I don't know what to do without the drama. So we create drama, right? It's the other topic of, I could do probably 3 conscious coffees here, but other topic of the week has been people looking at their stories and feeling that they are so much worse like they're broken, they're so fucked up in different ways, and they're telling me stuff, and I'm like, yeah, the only real true fucked up thing that you got going on is that you think you're fucked up. Like, let's just take that thought and get rid of it, because outside of that, like, you got all this shit going on. Like, you really got it going on. Why can't you see it? Why can't you allow yourself to feel it? Why can't you allow yourself the pleasure of the life that you've created? Because you got a beautiful life. You got this beautiful life here. You've made it. You've created it. You've manifested it. You've called it in. Allow yourself to have it. So, today is, in order to have what you want, you got to allow yourself some uncomfortable ground. Not uncomfortable ground, often you don't have to go outside of your head or your heart for. Those thoughts and those feelings, they will lead to actions that will be uncomfortable. But it's the thoughts and the feelings that you got to deal with. Though that's the starting point. That's the gate that has to open. That's where you have to allow yourself to go. You have to start thinking those uncomfortable thoughts of, what if nobody else on this planet's opinions, ideas, agendas, views, perspectives, what if that didn't matter? Then who would I allow myself to be? Who would I allow myself to be? How would I be living? What would my life be like? If I started saying yes to me, what would my life be like? This is a scary thought, right? Imagine if you started saying yes to yourself. Imagine if you actually just said, I'm going to say fuck yeah to me, because sometimes your fuck yes is a fuck no to somebody else, right? I mean, let's be real. Sometimes we have to say no to be a yes to ourselves, and that's scary, and that's tough, and that's like, whew, that's confrontational, and we could hurt somebody's feelings, and they're so delicate, and we're responsible for everybody else's feelings. Bullshit. No, you're not. And all of that stuff that we get caught up in, but we have to be yes to us. That's how we get develop that life. That's how we take those steps. That's how we get what we want, and that's how we are the best us. That's where we don't lose our vitality. That's where we don't lose ourselves. And, there's so much anxiety in the world, with or without COVID. There's a lot of anxiety in the world. There's a lot of depression in the world. There's a lot of anger, seen and repressed. There's a lot of anger out there. And it's because nobody wants to be real with themselves. Nobody wants to actually go, oh, I'm actually a no. But because I was raised to be a yes here, I'm going to sacrifice my thoughts, my feelings, my life, my time, my body, my money, my whatever, because I'm supposed to be a yes to everybody else but me. Because if I'm not a yes to everybody else, then I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. That's bullshit. The best people on the planet know to be yes to themselves. They understand what boundaries are. They understand the power of their yes and their no. They understand that they're not responsible for anybody but themselves. They take responsibility for themselves. They know that they are worthy of that, and they're willing to be uncomfortable in that growth of saying, yes, no, I'm not okay with that. This is what I want. Thinking some, opening thoughts, allowing themselves to feel. Really, truly allowing themselves to feel. Like that's something that people struggle with, isn't it? Whew, I don't want to feel. Like, I got hurt right there. And if I open my heart up right here, I might get hurt. Like, that's crazy of me to open myself like this. That's crazy of me to be vulnerable like that. That's crazy of me to state my truth. Because that might hurt. But that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do to have a new normal, to have the life that we want. So I ask you today, where are you not allowing for discomfort? Where are you leaning in your life and just focusing in on your comfort, on what's familiar, on what's just nice, on, oh yeah, this is just the way I am. Yeah. Is it? Is that true? Is that so? That's just the way you are? Or is it just easier? Is it easier to please and easier and more comfortable because you don't have to deal with everything? To give those answers, to show up like that, to think those thoughts, and to just go, no, I'm not going to pay attention to my truth. I'm not going to pay attention to my heart. I'm not going to actually live. I'm not going to actually say yes to me. Where are you doing that? Because we all do it. We do. Nobody's off the hook on this one. If you think you're off the hook on this one, well, you can start right there because you're lying to yourself. Okay? Nobody's off the hook. We're all guilty of this, no matter what level our game is at, no matter how enlightened somebody is, no matter what guru or expert they are. We all fall prey to this. Okay? Because comfort is comfortable. It's nice. That's what we want. That's in like the top 10 goals that a lot of people have. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be stable. I just want to be safe. Life isn't safe. Life is risky. Every single day when you wake up, you are risking something. Matter of fact, when you go to sleep, you're risking something. You're never out of risk when you are living. And the more living you do, the more risky it gets. So just wipe that little concept of I want to be safe out of your mind. I want to be smart about my life. I want to manifest a positive life. I want to manifest happiness. I want to manifest joy. I want to manifest connection. I want to manifest love. I want to manifest abundance. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I want to be safe means I don't want to live. I'm good with just existing. I'm good with just this little pot right here. And I'm going to talk about all that other stuff, but I'm not actually going to go do it because that scares the fuck out of me. And I'm not going to do that. So if that's you, just admit it. Just admit it. Own it. Okay? Own it. Because at least you're being truthful. At least you're being truthful with yourself and you're not lying anymore. And that right there, that's going to give you a little bit of air. That's going to give you a little bit of breath of life because very few people choose that. All right, everybody. I'll leave you alone on that note. Okay? Read my article from today. If you are interested in working with me. Oh, a bunny. Bunny just went through my ear. Sorry. So, if you're interested in working with me, I do have a 4-week Mastermind one-on-one intensive. You want to work one-on-one with me, you haven't had the opportunity to, you haven't been able to afford it, whatever your reason or excuse is, but you'd actually like to dive a little bit deeper. You'd actually like to, kick yourself in the ass or maybe have somebody like me kick you in the ass. I can definitely do that. I can twirl you around. I can kick you in the butt. I can love all over you and at the same time smack you around a little bit, all in love, of course. But we can get some goals met. We can get you set up to create that life that you're wanting. And I can hold your hand through some of these difficult processes, that uncomfortable ground. For 4 weeks, work with me one-on-one. Link is in the comments section for this mastermind. You can get to work with me one-on-one for 4 weeks straight, where we are going to move you through some serious shit. We're going to get in there, deep dive, and get you some fantastic movement. Okay, everybody. On that note, I love you guys. Know that you're worthy. Know that all you have to do is say yes, because that's one of the most loving things that you can ever do for yourself is say yes to you, not to everybody else. Okay? And as always, stop existing. Start living. I love you guys, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.